So I want to make things abundantly clear here. This is not another H3 is a flagger moment or something where I'm just coming out, right out of the gate and accusing people of certain things or whatever. I just want to talk about this because it seems like YouTube is protecting creators in a way that's just totally against any form of, free speech or expression or whatever on their platform. It just seems like they have too much interest in specific YouTubers. That's kind of a problem, especially when you think about the fact that when H3 and Keemstar got into drama, YouTube themselves actually got involved and told Keemstar to lay off Ethan. Seems to be a little bit weird, and then combined with the stuff I'm about to show you today, it just does not paint a good picture. Now, I know Bowblax had his controversy yesterday or whatever with the Comic Cop video or whatever, but he was also banned from uploading for a week. His video uploading privileges were stripped from him for a week, and now he's got them back, so he's just uploaded his Boogie video or whatever. But he was banned for a week, which is why he's been kind of AFK on the YouTube scene, at least on his main channel. They even took away his ability to use his community tab, so he couldn't even let people know the fact that he was banned. And what he was banned for was very strange. It was just a Twitter Versus video talking about the H3 and Keemstar drama. I mean, what's offensive about this? I know the meme is that every time Bowblax gets into some sort of controversy, he'll say like, oh, I'm just reading tweets or whatever, but like literally, he's just reading tweets. Like, how is this ban worthy, or how is this strike worthy? Well, YouTube decided it was strike worthy, and when he talked to his MCN about it, this is what they theorized. We can look into adding or asking additional questions to YouTube about their decision, but the targeted harassment that they have flagged would be towards Ethan Klein and the language they flagged within the video. Now, this is not confirmation that it was because Bowblax talked negatively about Ethan Klein in the video. That's the reason why the video got a strike. This is what his MCN is theorizing could be the case based on what they know, based on their conversations with YouTube. They even say here, I understand your frustration here. That's what we had explained to YouTube's policy team while they were reviewing the strike, that you were simply reading tweets. However, the tweets themselves are highly negative, and even with your disclaimer to not harass any party in the video, it still doesn't completely deter that from happening. This is strange to me because when I got demonetized and my MCN was fixing my channel, they told me that disclaimers in the description of the video or even in the video itself would be a good way to avoid edgier content from getting taken down. But it seems like even here, a disclaimer is not enough. Maybe YouTube is just sitting here protecting Ethan Klein. It's a high possibility. Now, the tweets here in green are tweets that are pro Ethan Klein in the video, and then the tweets in it says here red or anti H3H3. So we see a few tweets in red or whatever, but most of the video, especially at the end, is green. It's in support of H3H3 Productions. So it's even more bizarre that this video were to go down. Now, it could be YouTube's faulty bots that took this video down, or it could be YouTube's own interest in protecting H3H3 and protecting Ethan Klein. We really don't know. It's all speculation. It's all, circumstantial or whatever. But in a video that Bowblax is going to release later today that we actually premiered last night on my channel, Bowblax actually shows some DMs he had with Ethan over the summer over the drama. Ethan says here, reap what you sow, man. Bowblax says, bro, I'm not against you. Please stop trying to villainize me or give me a taste of my own medicine. I've been in drama before. I know what it's like, dude. H3 says, it's not personal, it's the community in general. You all take part. Bowblax says, I just read tweets, man. I'm trying to have fun and make videos. I'm hyperbolic and call out shit on Twitter, but it's just how I am. I don't actually hate anyone on the platform. And then H3 says, the shit you tweet about me is vile, and your friends are worse. Which is a very interesting comment here. He zooms in on it, your friends are worse here. He then pulls up tweets where Bowblax is supposedly pro-Keem in the drama. Now, I think, by the end of it, Bowblax is probably going to be, more pro-Keem or whatever. But initially, we were very, I would say anti-both of them. When the drama first came out, we were very anti. I didn't think his video was very strong or whatever, but I also thought there were legit points to call it Keem for, and I still think that way, by the way. I still think there are legit points to call it Keem for, particularly the Just Destiny situation. But you can just see how petty he is in these DMs, pulling up screenshots or whatever and shit like that. He says, my point is that obviously there are a million. Someone just sent them all to me. I'm not that ready to give you the benefit of the doubt when it comes to drawing reasonable criticisms of me, and I'm not mad at all either. I like you and wish you well, but if you tweet something, you gotta expect a response. It just so happens that I never did before. There's more DMs in here. He says, okay, cool, I'm just going through my thread. Seems like they fixed a lot of them at the same time. This is when everybody was getting demonetized and Ethan was helping out fix a bunch of commentary channels. But you can see in these DMs, Ethan is very clearly perturbed at Bowblax and the rest of us, especially, you know, Bowblax's friends, you know, which is basically probably just, you know, me and Nick Diorio or whatever. Maybe John Swan or whatever, but, you know, it's obviously me and Nick, definitely. That he's, you know, he's saying that this is legit harassment and that this is, you know, something that he takes very seriously or whatever, which is fine, but, you know, you take a look at the DMs or whatever, where he's coming off really aggressive against Bowblax in particular. You take a look at what the MCN theorizes based on their conversations with YouTube. You take a look at what Keemstar has said, you know, how YouTube's been stepping in and telling them to chill out on the drama. But more so against Keemstar than H3H3 Productions, and it just doesn't paint a good picture. Now, does this mean that H3 is, you know, flagging videos or anything like that? No, there's no proof of that. I made that mistake earlier this year when I accused him of that, and, you know, I learned pretty quickly that's not a good idea to just randomly accuse people of flagging without evidence, or even based off just circumstantial. You gotta have a lot of, you know, circumstantial evidence to accuse somebody of something like this. You know, when it's like Susie Liu, I would argue that that's, you know, a pretty different case. There's a lot more circumstantial for a case like that, but with H3, there's just not enough. However, it certainly looks like, and you can easily draw this conclusion, that YouTube is definitely protecting this guy. I don't think that that's very risky or you know, out of the, very crazy to say or speculate or whatever. I think it makes sense that YouTube is protecting this guy for whatever reason. Maybe he's a top creator or whatever. Maybe he has good relations with, you know, people in the staff or whatever, maybe Susan or whatever. I don't want to get too into it or whatever because it sounds a little crazy, it sounds a little conspiratorial, but it definitely seems like YouTube is really protecting this guy, and that's not a good thing. If YouTube has specific interest in a specific creator, protecting this specific creator from criticism, from just somebody reading negative tweets about them, not even giving their own opinion, but reading other people's negative opinions about them, if that is now strike-worthy, that's kind of an issue. Because who knows what else could be strike-worthy. You know, it's the age-old slippery slope argument there, which is that, you know, if this video can go down, which is just reading tweets, what the fuck else can go down, you know? We should be allowed to criticize, we should be allowed to point something out, point out hypocrisies or whatever, and when it comes to other situations that H3's been involved in, who knows what else could be harassment. Now, there's plenty of H3 videos out there that are calling him out, that have not been taken down. But some videos definitely go down. It just it doesn't make sense why. That's what I want to know. I want to know, like, what is going on? Why is this happening? And maybe for H3's sake, it'd be wise to, you know, hit up YouTube if he does have some sort of contact with them and just be like, hey, you know, I know you guys are super, you know, protecting me or whatever. Maybe chill because it kind of looks bad on my part or whatever, you know? Or maybe chill because, you know, people should be allowed to criticize me. Maybe that'd be a good move or whatever. H3 did make a good move when he was, you know, helping a lot of people get their channels fixed, get their channels remonetized or whatever earlier this summer. And, you know, it is still something that, you know, I think was a good move. But after the whole, you know, I mean, Britbonk situation, I don't mean to bring it up over and over again, but I mean, after that whole situation, I think it's safe to say that a lot of people's opinions on H3 has just been completely just shat on and just completely just soured. And he could be doing a lot to rectify his current situation. But instead what he'll do is he'll pick fights with James Charles over his clothes. like anybody cares. I don't know, man. It's strange. YouTube and their censorship is getting a little bit extreme. Maybe we want to have a conversation to stop this, but who are we kidding? YouTube will do whatever they want. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Have yourselves a good day and take care.